Hi Cakenistas, it's Marisha. Because I wanted to make this cake for literally like the past 5 years. This cake was a whole process. I've been working on it for about a month. I wanted to make the most realistic Caesar salad cake that you've ever seen in your lives. I had to order stuff and then send that back and then order the right stuff twice. And then I didn't have enough cake, so I needed more cake. I'm gonna show you guys how I make this hyper realistic salad cake. Romaine lettuce, Parmesan cheese, and herb crusted croutons. That's right. That's right. If you haven't done so yet, my phone. If you haven't done so yet, I'm gonna need you guys to subscribe to this channel. This one is worth it. Press on the notification bell. Let's get started. Remember to eat your salad because you can eat so much salad. You know, sometimes Cakenistas, you just have to know when to cut off your own self, you know, because we live a long-winded queen. Goodness gracious. The first step of this video, we have to make our lettuce. What we're gonna need to make this lettuce is lettuce. So I made sure to get some fresh romaine lettuce. Now, make sure that it's as fresh as possible. The temperature in my refrigerator was too cold. It kind of chilled my lettuce a little bit too much. It's a little on the floppy side, but we're gonna work with it because we have to. I've gone through 2 to 3 heads of lettuce to make this video. I'm going to rub each piece of lettuce with some shortening, and that will ensure that the lettuce that we create doesn't stick to the real lettuce. You're also going to need wafer paper. I made the mistake of ordering a rice paper that was super thin and almost see-through. I'm going to put the right paper in the description so that you guys can make sure that you get the right one. I'm going to cut my wafer paper into squares, and the square size is going to be about the size that you would cut your lettuce if you were making a Caesar salad. See what we're doing? Obviously, no lettuce makes a perfect square, even when you cut it, especially if you're cutting the edge of that lettuce. So I'm going to rip off some of those pieces just to make them imperfect. Once we do that, we are going to lay our wafer paper onto our lettuce, making sure not to overlap the pieces. Now what I have here is some vodka, some moss colored gel dye, and a paintbrush. I'm simply going to dab my paintbrush into my vodka and then pick up some color. You want to follow the shade of the actual lettuce. It's not just a template for shape, but it's also a template for color. So just mimic that natural lettuce. And this is the smallest paintbrush. I wouldn't recommend anyone using this much of a baby paintbrush. It took me probably an hour to paint, and that's crazy. I don't think it has to take that long. I think if you have a baby brush like me, it's gonna take that long, because when they say a little dab will do you, it doesn't here. A big dab will do you. But, you know, if you like to be strategic in your painting, I guess this is good. I just was trying to really get it done. You want to make sure to saturate your wafer paper as well. The wetter that the wafer paper gets, the more it sinks into the folds of the lettuce, and that's what creates that lettuce look. Now I feel very good about this because, as you can see, you really can't see. It looks like, at least from a distance, you're just looking at regular lettuce. I'm going to let this dry overnight. Now I need to make my croutons, so I'm going to use some pound cake, and I'm going to cut them into little squares, about the squares that I would typically cut croutons. You can cut them a little bit smaller than this if you would like. And we're going to toast these. I'm going to put them in the toaster oven for about 5 minutes, checking on them just to make sure that they don't get too crispy. This is the next day. I did about 10 leaves in total to get enough lettuce for my salad. My wafer paper comes right off, and that is because of that shortening. The lettuce continues to wilt as it's sitting out, so that makes it even easier for the lettuce to come off. I am so pleasantly surprised and stunned by how amazing this looks. But you can see how important color matching is while you're painting. I feel like I'm pulling off actual pieces of lettuce from the lettuce. Yes, you get some disgusting looking pieces, but then you make up for it when you pull off a piece that looks like this. We're gonna just trash the crazy looking ones. That's fine. Like this, yeah, we're just trashing that. Now we do need some frosting. I'm using the same gel dye that I used on my lettuce for my frosting.
If I do a non-edible bowl, which of course I want to because it's easier, it has to be special. Because yeah, it's easy to put your cake in a regular bowl with some fake lettuce on top and say salad cake. It's a little bit more difficult to put it in a glass bowl and try to keep the illusion going all the way around. So that's what we're gonna do.
I truly don't know what happened. I looked in the mirror and everything looked fine, and then I got on camera and it looks like I was in a wind tunnel. Like my thoughts just left my head all at once and brought my hair along with it. It looks like I rubbed like 1,000 balloons on my way in. Hey, at least the cake looks good, right? Okay, let's get back to what we're doing. What we came here for. So I'm taking a whole piece of wafer paper and I'm painting the whole thing. Different shades of that moss green, and it's very important to use vodka because you do want to make sure that it dries quickly. And I'm going to use this to actually press on the sides of the bowl. I'm doing it while it's still kind of wet so that it does stick easily. This is going to actually help the cake look like a salad from every angle. So I'm going to line the entire bowl, and then I'm also going to fill in any gaps with my green frosting. And then I can take my cake, which I did use a bowl pan for this cake. It does not have to be a bowl pan, especially because I ended up not making an actual bowl. And then I'm going to cover the top of the cake in the frosting as well. And I have to say, these painting spatulas are perfect for projects like this. I prefer them over cake decorating spatulas. Like, they're amazing. I'm making sure to cover my cake enough so that if any of that salad just happens to shift, you're not going to see that there's cake underneath. With that being said, we can start applying our lettuce. The most challenged pieces will go down first, the ones that are a little bit of a struggle, and then the prettier lettuce will go on top. And actually, the ones that I put on the bottom, they're a little bit darker. That was my first batch of lettuce that I made with the rice paper. So they look like they have lived a hard life. This is my salad bowl, looking absolutely amazing. Let's take it a step further. For our croutons, I did say herb crusted. So we're gonna take a piece of that lettuce, chop it up into little teeny bits, and we're gonna call it parsley now. You see me kind of chipping some of that extra browning that happened from off of the cake. I'm going to use some of those little pieces because there are always crouton crumbs at the bottom of the bag that sometimes make it onto the salad. I think that will add an extra bit of realism to this cake.
Personally, on my Caesar salad, I like the shredded Parmesan cheese. But then I was like, I think shredded may be more popular.
I'm gonna take another piece of wafer paper and I'm going to make super thin slices using my X-Acto knife. This is going to be our Parmesan cheese.
It's actually like a very, very pale yellow. I do have some butterscotch colored dust. I'm going to combine this dust with my little Parmesan shreds, and that made the perfect Parmesan cheese color ever. Once I have that done, I can sprinkle this on top of the cake.
And if this cake wasn't brought to life already, that's going to do it. Now let's do a comparison. We have a real salad and then we have the salad cake. Can you tell the difference? I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Couture and a Caesar salad cake. Bye, guys.
I put the cake with a real salad, and I showed the picture to one of my friends, and he was like, oh, okay, a little salad action. He thought I was just showing him a picture of a salad, like 2 salads, and it was very nice. He was supportive, because that's weird, you know. Trying to find a good recipient to prank this cake with. The problem is I keep telling people about it. The cake Nisto comment is going to go to Izzy's reaction. On my Victorian style buttercream cake, Izzy says, your cakes just look so delicious. I don't know how you make them so good. I didn't realize this, but he's my little cousin, and he has his own channel, and he does reaction videos, and he's so adorable, and he's so intelligent, and he's got a wonderful personality, and I had to make him the cake Nisto of the day. Last time I saw you, you were so little. You know how like when you see kids, and next thing you know they're making full sentences and commenting on YouTube? I didn't know it was you. Hi, baby cousin. Go ahead and definitely spread the love over to him. So that is it for this video. I feel like we should dance our way out because this was like celebratory for me. If you would like to be featured in the next video, just comment down below. You can also send in your cake pictures to me on Instagram or on Facebook.
Yeah! In my tummy, party, party! In my tummy!